how many boy kisser usernames there are. Very interesting. I wonder what that says. Gracie says hello. Wow, says psych ward. Chalky says hello. Alex thinks to follow. Ooh, we decided our official Warped Tour set list. That's happened. It's purple. Yep, exactly. Imagine what the heck? Opinion on AI. Obviously, I think that it's destructive for art, but then at the same time, it's also just here. It's really complicated. AI is a really complicated subject. It's here. It's like, what do you do? What's everyone's opinion on AI? I mean, that's my opinion as short as it is. It's like not a very black and white issue, but it's very gray. And I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to talk about any controversial issue. Hit me with it. At this point in my career, I could say anything, so hit me with it. Addie says hello. Do something funny? No. Hello to Addie. Now I'm just gonna not be funny. Addie says, go to Iceland. I'd love to. Can I see the vampire teeth? There they are. What's the next hair color? You'll see soon. Are you ever going to come to Ireland? We're playing Europe. Close enough. We're playing UK. But both UK dates sold out. That's right. Tx2. I can't wait to hear 5-4 man whore. 5-4. Guess what? UK, both shows are sold out. Yo, come to Boston. I'd love to. And we're playing Boston. We're about to play Boston on a tour. We're doing all these European shows. Adam Driver opinions. I don't know anything. He was in Star Wars, right? I thought he did good in Star Wars. That's what I know about him. I wish I saw the MCR concert, but I saw videos of it. My favorite song is Famous Last Words by MCR. Everyone is here. What do you want to know or ask? London, let's go. Do you support the LGBT? Someone says. Ready for this controversial answer? All right, you guys ready for how controversial this answer might be? I support human rights. Of course I support LGBT, you silly goose. Yo, are you coming to Scotland? I'd love to. I'm part of the community, you silly goose. Vinny says hello. Gagged, hello to you. A hell of a name. Ava says, be sassy. How about, Ava, you comment something interesting for once? Besides the same damn comment you just copy and paste over and over again? You want me to be sassy? Well, how about you be interesting? How about you, of all the people who's always, be interesting, how about for once you give me an interesting comment, huh? How about instead of you just copying and pasting and expecting me to respond, you give me, you wanted sass? Well, now you got it. Are you happy now? You're going to come to Spain? We are playing Spain on this tour. Sir Freckles says hello. Stop coming out to us 100 times a day. No! I'm going to keep coming out as many times as I want. I'm your lisp. Oh, dude, Evan's lisp, that is savage. That is mean. Kate, you see an Evan come to Omaha, I'd love to. Aubrey, Tx2 stands for Timothy Thomas, T times 2. I made this name 10 years ago, and now it's a revenge mission. Zin says that's pretty cool. I answered that. Do you believe in God, JJ? I do not, but I respect anyone's beliefs. No matter who you are, no matter what you believe, as long as you're not judging other people, there is no right or wrong religion. That's my belief system. So do you hate all Christians? Listen to second verse to Loaded Guns, and then you'll have your answer there. You look like the girl version of Rhea Ripley. That is a savage comment. Guys, Rhea Ripley followed TX2 on Instagram. Any Rhea Ripley fans here? I've been keeping that to myself for a while, but now the TXT just came out. And I honestly am freaked out. Any Rhea Ripley fans here? Because, just look at Rhea Ripley's following on Instagram. Is that not mind-blowing? There's some TXT. Simmer down for some TXT. She did not stop lying. Oh, go check Instagram following. I'm a huge fan of Rhea Ripley. Not only did Rhea Ripley follow me, Rhea Ripley is DM'd TX2. Not in a weird way, but in a really nice, supportive way of TX2's music. TXT. So Rhea fans, who's there? Any Rhea fans out there? Isn't that nuts? All right, now that we have 460 people, of you 460 people, Birdie, I think the best song that I've made is not out yet, and I know it's not out, but the best song that is out is Hostage. That's my opinion. All right, 480 people. How many of you are new? If this is your first time on a live stream, drop a comment that says new so I can see all the new people. I have vampire teeth. If you're new, these are real. They're permanent. If this is your first time on a live stream, drop a comment that says new, like the blue, Chris, Baza, Kinley. Go fuck yourself. That's your username. Garrett's unknown. Wow, fuck ton of new people. If you're an X, drop a comment that says X. I want to see who's new on this live stream. I want to see who's an X. Ice Wolf, thanks for liking the music now. That's cool. Welcome to liking the music. Everyone who's here, welcome to my live stream. I go live every day to respond to all of you. I will answer all of your questions. I'm not going to act like I don't see anyone's. I'm going to just do my best to respond to everything I do see, and including the controversial ones. Those are like, I try to clock those. They're pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I get a kick out of it. And if you're new here, welcome to my live stream. So hang around with us if you want to see me clock that stuff and have fun. But before I do, new people, I need to know, how did you find me? I just want to introduce myself. I want us to get to know each other as fast as I can with as many people as I can, but I got good at this. Watch this. All right, so new people, tell me how you found me. If you found me while scrolling, write FYP. It's a really simple question. Be like, FYP if you just scrolled. If you found me because you know my music, be like, hey, I know your music. And if you're like, you make music, if you didn't know I make music, say you make music, ? Or I found you from the music. Tell me how you found me, all you new people. And to all the X's, tell me, we have a US tour and a UK tour. Let me know, are you coming to a show? Say no if you're not. And then tell me what date you are if you are. So that's how we're going to split, and that's how I can answer all of your questions. Maze, I swear to God, you're in the X's. All right, so to all the new people and all the X's, I'm going to respond to all of you in a second, but just know that even while I'm talking, I'm reading everything. Like Chocolate says, sadly, no. Fair enough. Craig says, For You page. Word. See, I'm reading even while I'm yapping. I am going to introduce myself, Nirvana fan. Wait 1 second. I will introduce myself to all of you real quick, and then I'm going to respond to all of you, answer all of your questions, and we'll get into everything. So to the new people, welcome. If you, watching this live stream, are a fan of bands like My Chemical Romance, Green Day, Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Sirens, Bring Me the Horizon, Black Veil Brides, these are bands I grew up listening to, and they inspired me ever since I was a kid. I was like, I want to be those bands one day. And sure enough, over the last 3 years, we've been going nuclearly viral. It's crazy. We're about to play Warped Tour. We just toured with Ice Nine Kills. It was incredible. We toured with Beartooth, I Prevail, Parkway Drive, Kill Switch, Engage, Sleeping Silent, the band, the list goes on. If you want to say you found a band on the come up, this is your chance. Dude, our European tour is damn near sold out every single day. The UK is completely sold out. 2 shows there, 1,000 people. Germany sold over 1,000 people, completely sold out. There's only a few last dates that are almost sold out. If you live in Europe, this is your chance. Go get tickets. And if you want to say you found a band on the come up, this is your chance. Look up Tx2 on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud. Anywhere you have music, if you look up that name right there, Tx2, you can say you found a band on the come up. It's happening. Like us or not, we'll see you at Warped Tour. We'll see you at our sold out European tour. It's nuts. But maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Only one way to find it out. So new people, check out Tx2. If you haven't already heard the music. And if you like the music, you're like, hey, I like the music. I like the idea that you go live every day and you respond to the people who put you up, which is you watching this. My goal is to be more than an artist. I have a platform. I can't not believe 500 people are in this live stream right now. But if I have a platform, that means it's my responsibility to do something good with it. And I've also decided that the alternative scene, you already know this, is toxic. Feels like it's become like a cool kid contest filled with gatekeepers. Oh, how many songs did fuck you? Like learn, like just go, like touch grass and go on a date for once in your life. A, but B, it's also become toxic in the terms that it has like a creepy reputation. And I hate that. I always thought the alternative scene would be a safe space. So I've decided it takes one person at least to start a movement that will fix that. We are here to rebuild the alternative scene. Here's how we're going to do it. We are building our own scene where everybody is welcome as long as you follow 3 important rules. But if you like the idea of that movement is called the X movement. Everybody who's part of it is an X. If you want to be part of that movement, you're like, hey, I want to be part of it. Welcome. That's it. You just have to follow 3 rules. So listen up. These are the 3 rules. Number 1, you have to promise that you will understand life is worth living and that we need you here. If we're going to rebuild the scene, we need every single one of your help and hands. So you are important. Just being here and existing is important. And life is worth living. I'll tell you that every single day. It doesn't matter what you hear in these lyrics or in songs. These are moments of my life. But I'm here to tell you, I need you here. And if you're going to be part of this movement, you have to promise you will stay with us and you will stay alive because this world needs your help and we need as many people as we can if we're going to make a change. So if you're part of this movement, you are promising that you will take care of yourself. You are promising that you will stay with us. Number 1. Number 2, all of you controversial questions, I will answer you, every single one of you. If you have the balls to wait till, because I know a lot of you are saying things now because you know I'm doing my introduction, you just wait. Number 2, and I will answer all of you. But if you're saying things now, everyone who's doing this is just a troll, so no one really cares. Rule number 2, Okay, safety. Anyone who's under 18, there is never a reason an adult should have a private relationship with you. If you ever see an adult having a private relationship with a minor, and especially for you emo kids who are part of this scene, I wish I knew this when I was younger and I didn't. And I made some mistakes that I need to make sure none of you make. Adults should never have a private relationship with minors in any way, shape, or form. I'm part of the LGBT. I believe that you should be able to love whoever you want, except for age. Age is not just a number. It is a power dynamic. Your favorite artist is not your best friend. There are 0 exceptions. If you ever see someone, an adult, forming a private relationship with you as a minor, tell a trusted adult, tell authorities, and let us kick their ass, because there is no room for that in this scene, and I've been looking for a reason to kick someone's ass. Everyone here has. That is rule number 2. We stand for people just not being creepy. Let's get rid of that reputation in the scene, okay? And final rule, there is no hate or gatekeeping allowed in this scene. If you're an X and you're part of this movement, you are promising to accept everyone who follows these 3 rules and is part of this movement. There is no better X, there is no worse X. We are all the same and we are all people. And as a matter of fact, we need your help. So anytime you see an X who is being bullied or put down, because that is what this alternative scene unfortunately has come to, stick up for them. Stand up together. And eventually, there will be more of us than there are of them. There's over 500 people in this live stream. We grow every single day. No one will be able to stop us. And say the phrase of the movement real quick if you're part of this. If you like what we stand for, you're like, hey, those 3 rules I can follow. Promise me you're going to stay with us. Promise me you will follow those, and you're officially an X. Welcome to the movement. If you like what we stand for, we even have a Discord where if you want to be more involved, every time I'm live, I notify the Discord at Tx2 official is live. If you want to get notifications every time I'm live, if you want to make friends before coming out to a show, if you want to hear about everything early, dude, Europe's already sold out. UK sold out. Germany sold out. I don't even know if the rest of the dates have already sold out, but they're close. If you live anywhere in Europe, you want to come out to a show, tickets, Fink and File, last chance. But the point being, if you want to hear about things before they sell out early, especially at the stage, Discord knows first. If you want to be in that Discord, you're like, hey, I like this. DM me on IG. At Tx2 officials, my Insta. Like, Ashley, you want to be part of the Discord? Direct message my Insta. Say, hey, can I have a link to your Discord? If I've missed you, DM me again. I just sent out a bunch of DMs for the Discord links, etc. for the people. If I've missed you, DM me again. I will not respond to any other DM or any other part of your DM. If you try to talk about anything else, you're wasting your time. But you will get a link to the Discord. So if you want to be on the Discord, DM my IG at Tx2 official. Ask for a link to my Discord. If you don't want to DM me, Google search the X Movement or look up Tx2's Discord. If you don't have IG, you can just be like, hey, I'll look up the X Movement, Tx2's Discord, and all the above. So, last but not least, new people, if you want to be an X, welcome to the X Movement. You're officially an X. You just have to follow these 3 rules. Europe, UK's already sold out. Germany's already sold out. The rest of the Europe is about to sell out. Tickets, Fink and Fio. We're about to do a U.S. tour as well. We're playing Boston. We're playing Nashville. We're playing California. Tickets here, Fink and Fio. And new song out, Follow Frame. All right. Now, controversial questions. If you have anything, if you have the balls to say it now, because I know there's like trolls who like to talk while I'm in introduction. You even know I have an introduction. You know that is your time. Now is your time. All right, I will respond to anybody, and I'll answer all of it. Italy sold out. Let's go. That's awesome. All right. Now I'll respond to everything. Are you a poser? Josie, I don't know. I've been listening to my first concert was fucking Sleeping with Sirens, Pierce the Veil 2013 with Beartooth opening. And I just opened for Beartooth. I don't know. What is a poser? I don't fucking know. I'm just a guy who likes alternative music. All right, but I answered your question. Hit me with anything. When are we playing Seattle next? Next year we'll do a headline tour for the new album. I answered that. So, I love the band Water Parks. BP, how do you come out? You just say, I am blank. And if anyone has a problem with that, fuck them. Are you coming to North Carolina? Not on this tour. But tickets, Fink and File for the rest of the U.S. dates if you want to check. Look, I noticed how all those questions where they just make up shit. They love to just make up shit, and they'll do it right when I'm doing my introduction, and they won't now. But no, seriously, I will answer anything. I'm looking for the controversial questions. I'm excited for Warped Tour next year. Lady, I came up with the name TX2 when I was 15, Timothy Thomas. It's like Eminem, Marshall Mathers, TX2. And then everyone said I'd never make it with that name. Sam, I'm from Colorado, but I'm just here to prove all those people wrong. They're scared. Oh, are they scared? Why don't people like you? Same reason they don't like Benson Boone, the same reason they don't like Chapel Rowan, the same reason they didn't like Bring Me the Horizon, the same reason they don't like My Chemical Romance, the same reason they don't like Limp. Whenever someone is popular, it makes other people insecure, and so it just, whenever something is rising, it makes people upset. Crabs in a bucket. You've heard that idiom. There's a reason idioms exist. Thanks for loving the music. You tried the music. It's right up your alley. That's awesome. Thank you. It's my name, Evan. It is Evan. What is your do I believe bullying is wrong? Of course. Always stand up to bullies, and sometimes you can't just take it. I have to stop bullies by calling them out. For example, anyone on this live stream who has a problem with me, which none of you have a problem now, of course, because I'm responding to you. If you have if you have a problem, feel free to hit me with it. I will answer anything, and I'll even be polite right now. If anyone has a problem with Tx2, I would be open to it. Actually, as a matter of fact, one of my favorite things to do is just to prove a point. If anyone has a problem with Tx2, I will allow you to join this live stream right now. And you have to actually, don't be a fan doing this. I'm just curious. I will have an open, and I promise I will be respectful. I promise I will be understanding. If anyone has a problem with Tx2 and they really want to say, I will listen to you. And feel free to join this live. But does anyone actually have the balls to do that? But let me know. I do like Youngblood. I'm a fan. Yo, Felix, I would love a Mewtwo card. Get out of the fridge. Are you microwavable? I'd say so. Should you dye your hair brown if you want to? Oh, wow. Suddenly, we all have a problem with TX2. That's funny, Maze. Does anyone actually it smells so bad when you do a tour outside and everyone's smoking? That's a fair opinion, Nora, I guess. TX2's nose ring, get out of here. Okay, has anyone else noticed right now that there's not a single person here who has the balls to come on this live stream and to say anything negative or right now or question anything, even politely or respectfully? Or if I was problematic in any way, shape, or form, would anyone actually ask the question now? Do you guys see that too right now? Like this is the mindset just to teach you X's. Haters look for attention, but they don't have balls. If you call them out, They as long as they can't hide behind the screen, they won't say anything. But if they can hide behind the screen, they will. And that's what haters, that's what bullying is. It's all projection. Also, notice anytime you see someone like comment a weird hate comment that has no basis, bullying is always projection. For example, something that I always find very interesting, right? So there's no and there's obviously no basis behind it. People who try to say in some way, shape, or form Tx2 is creepy. That awfully seems like projection. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do hugs at shows. I made it a point to talk about safety all the time. There's been nothing. And yet, you had the balls to say that as your comment. Someone should check out this person's phone. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always projection. Very interesting. Any other questions? I will be very respectful right now to anybody if they actually have a problem with Tx2. But it's obviously, oh, what are those Funko Pops? Okay, I will let you know. But I can't see anyone else. Anyone else? I heard you're creepy because you refuse. I mean, that's just the type of that logic that doesn't even make sense. I have a problem to speak with you about Tx2. But you're a fan. You're literally following me. I'm looking for people who actually... Yo, Ava says you changed the meaning of Walking Dead Man in your videos. And it's because songs have different meanings and different verses and it's one piece of art. You know, it's like, and the same thing with Black Wedding. I know that was another criticism. Like, Black Wedding has multiple meanings. Yes, art has different meanings. Sometimes art it's a collection of thoughts and emotions. It's art. Another tattoo. Okay, but everyone who just said, specifically the people who said you have a problem, I know you're fans and you come to these live streams all the time. I get it. Everyone wants to come on. It's really nice. It's obviously mostly X's. It's actually all X's right now. But isn't that interesting? Okay, isn't that interesting how, like, dude, these people come whenever I do my introduction, that's the specific moment. They're like, all right, he's not going to respond to me, so I'm going to just start saying as much crazy shit as I can. Dude, it's so interesting. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Yo, I'm on your shelf. Get off it. Tips for high school, Sophia. None of it matters, so don't let it get too, like, don't put too much importance on it. If drama or if you, like, make a mistake, you fall down in front of people, no one will remember it. No one. And you'll never talk to those people again. Would I tour with Falling in Reverse? Absolutely. I personally am a believer. I'm based. I don't give quite frankly a fuck of popular opinion. Because obviously popular opinion is hate on things, etc. But I am under the impression and belief that Ronnie Radke is not homophobic and he's not transphobic. I stand with the trans community. I also believe that he plays a character. And I believe if you play a character, you can't... It's Eminem. Do we have a problem with Eminem? I certainly do not have a problem with Eminem. But if you listen to any of Eminem's lyrics, it's like... You know, he says things that are, like, insane. I can't even repeat them. But the point being, it's like, it's a character, it's art, and if you take things so seriously, fuck you. What really matters is people's actions, specific actions. Deanna's question. So that's my thoughts on that. But obviously, my whole thing is that I am all about freedom of who you love, and freedom of everything as long as it doesn't put people in danger. And I obviously believe in human rights. Obviously, like women's rights, like the government should have no abortion easily, it's just etc. things. I don't. You want some hot takes? I'm full of them. I just give zero fucks anymore. Like anything I say will probably upset people. So that's why, that's also why I got vampire fangs. Like people stare at me. Okay, you think I give a shit? You think at this point in my life, you think I give a fuck? And because I know no one's actually ever gonna do anything. I wish there was a way haters that would have the courage to come up on here. I know, they just don't, Maze. But it's because they have no basis. They're just looking for something to be mad about. And then why do you think you get so much hate? Why do I think Benson Boone is so hated? Why do I think Chappell Rowan had a wave of hate when Chappell Rowan is the most unproblematic artist I think I've ever seen? But everyone wants to make her problematic. Sabrina Carpenter. Dude, if you're mad about Sabrina Carpenter's art, touch fucking grass. Let's see, there's another hot take for Evan. Charlie says, does it get better? Absolutely. I 1000% believe that life will always get better and you have to keep living. And also people call me poser. You think I give a shit? Yeah, I'm about to play a sold out tour in Europe. You think I give a fuck? And this goes with everything. You shouldn't let people's opinions have any effect on you because anyone can say anything. I would love to tour with Bad Flower. I love them. Thoughts about MGK? I don't know enough about MGK. That one I like MGK's music. I will say it. It's a hot take. Keep on living. Absolutely. Czech Republic. We are playing the Czech Republic. And if you want to get tickets, Fink and Fio, it might already be sold out. There's only one way to find out. Tickets here. How much did your fangs cost? They were expensive, but a worthy investment, I feel like. Yeah, Nova says, yes, you're on my walls. This is funny. I'm glad you think so. Wait, someone asked about my Funko Pops. Can I personally apologize to the person who asked about my Funko Pops? To the person who asked about my Funko Pops. Funko Pop. These were gifts from fans, and I love when you guys give me gifts. I try to keep all of them. You'll see gifts in my room all over. I even have a box in a corner of lots of gifts. But check this out. This is the new blue hair Tx2 Funko Pop someone made. That was really nice. This is a Mewtwo Funko Pop. In case you didn't know, I'm a big fan of Mewtwo. And then this right here is Blonde Evan from the Ghost of LA. And it was pretty cool. I like these. I honestly, love your gifts. And anytime you guys get me something, I feel very honored that people care enough to give me anything. Especially when I feel I owe you guys a good concert. You paid for tickets, so the least I can do is give you the craziest concert and make sure to say hi and thank you to everyone who comes out to a show. I already showed you the Pokemon cards. I'm Liam. I do like Billie Eilish's music. I quite frankly like all music. Except for anyone who did something crazy. There's only one artist. No, there's quite a few artists that did crazy shit. And there's also some artists that I wish I could tell you the tea on. How washable do you feel today? I should probably take a shower, so probably a 9 out of 10. I would Death, I made you email. That's sick. How old are you? Yesy, I am 25. Are you coming to Atlanta? Not on this tour, but I would love to. 508 people. Welcome to my live stream. Do you have any questions for you? Angel Grips says, my mom hates you. Good. Lexi says, hello. How microwavable do you feel today? 6. 6 out of 10. Are we playing in Denmark? I'm not sure. Tickets, Fink and Fio. Yo, you Mr. User, I have a problem with Tx2. You literally follow me. You're a fan. And you're here to talk with me, and I can't bring up... Because if I bring up one person, which I'd love to, then it's there's 500 other 12 fans, etc. That if I don't bring them all up, then it's I picked favorites, and then it's just complicated. I'm that's why not. Is that an MCR reference? Most likely. Someone says, why does the whole alt community hate you and your fans? You say the whole alt community... We have 800,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, and we just sold out a European tour to all alternative people. I just did a tour with Beartooth, I Prevail, Parkway Drive, Killswitch, Engage, and Ice 9 Kills. All part of the alternative community who loved us. supported us openly and made a speech about us in front of crowds of 5,000 at least a night, alternative people that loved us. But if you made a hate video on Tx2, the fans, you guys, will probably go engage and say nice things about me. And then haters will like to double down because it's nice to hate on someone. It makes them feel good about themselves. And thus the engagement will be high. So people searching for views make videos about Tx2 because they want attention. And then they get the reactions. Thus they get the attention. And thus you, who are probably 15 years old, came onto this live stream saying, why does the entire alternative community hate me? Because you've probably seen one video with high engagement. Thanks for the wipe your upper lip comment. I needed that. I didn't even look at that. So how do you feel about that? What are your thoughts? Oops, you just got clocked. That was good. That was a good one. Anyways. But Kaylin says, bro, make better music. Kaylin, your bio says SCAD 2029, which means you're 15 years old. And I hope you have a good high school experience. Best of luck to you. Do I have autism? Do you know what interesting? My family did not believe in ADHD, autism, or mental illness growing up, so I was completely undiagnosed. But I did eventually seek therapy, and I was diagnosed with depression. So there's that, but then everything else I haven't gotten diagnosed with or etc. But one thing that is really interesting is I have collected Alien franchise, Xenomorph, everything related for the last 25 years of my life, and I've been hyper-focused on it, and also my career. And I'm a little awkward, but I think autism is a spectrum, and I think everything is a spectrum. So I feel like everyone is technically on a spectrum of some sorts for everything, right? Name one thing in life that is not a spectrum. You guys want to get really deep? Here's a deep thought. Everything in life is a spectrum. Sexuality is a complete spectrum. Some people are a little bi, a lot of bi, etc. Some people are a little gay, a lot of gay, autism. Some people are very autistic. Some people are not autistic. Some people are very good musicians. Some people are learning musicians. Some people are good at sports. Some people are not good at sports. Some people have blah, blah, blah. Some people have full body movement. Some people are not able to move their body. Everything in life is a spectrum. Name one thing. Oh, wait. One thing that I got really deep with my friends last night, and they were like, death is an absolute. Well, technically, you could die and come back to life, and some people could be brain dead but still living. So even death is a spectrum, which means every single thing in this universe is a spectrum. I hope you now have some thoughts to think about. That's been it. All right, everyone, I will be live on YouTube now that you have a lot to think about. Someone says, what is the youngest age you accept for listening to your music? That seemed like a controversial question, so I figured I'd answer it. I am 25. I make my music for 25-year-olds because I am 25 and I talk about my experience. When I was 23, I made music as a 23-year-old. As I grow older, I will make music for different phases of my life based off my life and my story. No! But I also cannot control who listens to my music. I was listening to Eminem in middle school. It does sometimes make me uncomfortable seeing children singing my music. Of course it makes me uncomfortable, and I'm like, dude, you should not know that. But I can't control people. It's art. I was listening to Eminem in middle school, and I was saying crazy shit. I did not know what I was saying. So I feel like most people are like out there saying the lyrics to Tx2, and they have no idea what it means, and I think that's good. It's good that you have no idea what it means, and I hope you don't. Everyone else, we are Tx2, and if you want to check out our music, look it up, Tx2. If you like the music, you like the vibes, join our Discord. I have a Discord. I go live every day. If you want to get notifications every time I'm live, if you want to make friends with other like-minded exes, there's over 16,000 of us in the Discord. And we're growing every day. If you want to be in that Discord, DM my IG at Tx2 official. Hey, can I have a link to your Discord? If I've missed you, DM me again. If you don't want to DM me, Google search the X Movement, Tx2 Discord. I go live every day. I'll keep doing it just to respond to all of you and answer your questions. And just know that life's worth living. I promise you that. I will tell that every day. We need you here. We get bigger every day because of you. You are part of the reason this is growing. You are needed, and this world needs you here. Because if we're going to heal the alternative scene, we need a fuck ton of us. This ain't that. We have not reached our goal till we have 5,000 people in these last years. And I haven't stopped in 3 years. I'll go to 10 years if I have to. So I just hope you guys stay with us for the journey. I'll be live on YouTube now, Tx2 Official on YouTube.